You are now tuned in to the City Sultan podcast, where our purpose is cultivating leaders, our focus is spirituality, the divine masculine, and leadership. In today's episode, we'll be discussing health is wealth. I am City Bliss.
I'm City Stone, aka City M, aka Emerald Stone and Walking Crystal. What's up, y'all?
I am Blue Lotus, triple threes, emphasis on the threes, eternally. Can't stop, won't stop, never stop. You know that?
Yo, coming after that is always crazy. I am City Ra, aka King Ra. Bless, bless, love, love.
So one second, in the middle of our introduction, for some reason I got like somebody crash landed into the live.
No, really? Who is that?
So I seen we had a special guest here because today we're speaking about the concept of health being wealth. The name of the episode is Health is Wealth. And I actually went and invited our brother Marcileno Brown, who is #1 health coach, celebrity health coach. He runs the largest and most profitable, most successful, actually the #1 CMOS company on earth right now, all planet Earth. And what's going on, my brother? How you doing?
What's going on, man? I appreciate you, King. How you feeling?
Good, good, good. That tan look good on you, man. You look like you've been working.
It's all love. I appreciate the introduction, bro.
Oh,
Absolutely. You know, today
peace, King.
today we talking about health is wealth, and it's like how could our minds not even go not include you, like your mind, you came up immediately, brother, because we've seen how you've been able to take your health and actually get it to a state that where now you're operating with a wealthy mindset, a wealthy lifestyle, and a wealthy, just way of life. So what are some of your tips, man? When you talk about health, I guess at the base level, and this could be for everybody too, but when you talk about health, what is it that you really point into?
Now, I appreciate the introduction again, bro. Health to me is life, right? Because without health, there is no life. So my company, Health, Wealth, Goals, and Dreams, it's exactly what it seems, exactly what it says. It's bringing that to the people's attention in that order. Everyone knows about these 4 words. I didn't make it up. I'm just making a real big statement with it because we're forced to chase the dream. We're forced to set the goals, and we're forced to collect money, right? But what good is the wealth, goals, and dreams without the health? It's no good at all. It actually doesn't even exist. So when I was working in the corporate world for the white man many, many years ago, it came to me that without health, this job don't exist, this experience don't exist. And I was working at LA Fitness, and I was the top salesman in the country for a long time. And the reason why I specify that part, not to make any light of being a top salesman, is just that I was so passionate about health. I sold more than the gym had to offer. I sold real caring. I showed these people, one of my favorite quotes, I didn't come up with, I forgot the author is, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So I was really rare with showing people how much I care. And it surpassed any type of monetary, materialistic gain. So I was able to exchange that energy with every single person I came across at LA Fitness. But the light clicked that these people didn't really care about health. They cared about physical fitness. They cared about looking a certain way. And they went about it in a physical form with their bodies, neglecting their mind and their spirit. I'm a holistic health coach. I teach mind, body, and spirit transformation and how to really get in tune with your habits, to take out the old, to bring in the new. So I'm looking at these people buy gym memberships, not coming in, not working out, or only coming in, working out, and going out, eating dead animals, still eating flesh. So it made me think about, I'm in a 75,000 square foot facility. I'm running the whole jump. So my mind went deep, like, what if this was mine? What if I owned this building? What would I make it? I would make it first floor health, second floor wealth, third floor goals, fourth floor dreams. I wanted 4 floors. This was the dream of mine. And I thought if I could teach people how to come in here and buy a gym membership and they give me all this money to buy a gym membership to work out, what if I taught them how to work out their minds for fitness, mental fitness? What if I taught them how to eliminate emotional traumas, feed them nutritional food, give them therapy? That's all on the first floor, because I looked at it like a graduation. You can't graduate to your dream until you accomplish your health. You can't graduate to your wealth until you accomplish your health. You can't accomplish your goals until you take care of your health. And now, as you just brought it full circle, I'm showing people living proof that I don't work a job. I don't sell drugs, and I'm living my dream. And the reason why I specify the drug part, because I'm always being stereotyped of, being black with dreads. So I must sell weed, I must sell drugs, because I make it look the way people stereotypically make it look. I do that because it's a method to my madness. But I just opened up my first store. I opened up a store. Like, I got this. This is my new place.
On that.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Salute.
Thank you, bro. And one day, man, I manifested a new store, a new place, and a new car in one day. And it was all literally through the power of manifestations, man. And I got a course running out, How to Manifest a Dream. And just showing people that I was able to manifest everything you see here and everything that I own materialistically, monetarily. I really manifested this shit with my health. As crazy as it sounds, a lot of people made a lot of money selling drugs, selling alcohol, selling their bodies, selling dead animals, selling whatever you choose. I manifested a dream with my health. You get what I'm saying? Like, all of this comes from being health conscious, mind, body, spirit, and helping others do the same. So it's somewhat not unbelievable, but it's beyond me. So I got to sit down sometime and just take it in, like, wow, look at this picture of my brother. He's pointing at me, and he was found dead in the river 2018. He was so excited to be a part of this vision, HWGD, and Mad Moss wasn't even existing when he passed away. And I just flew to Miami to get this artwork that I had there for a year, left behind when I lived in Miami. And that artwork, I had to pay a little over $2,000 just to get to Miami and get this back on a plane. But I'm speaking about that because the reminder of health to me is life itself. And we neglect so much of our health and fuck about life along the way just to wind up with my brother. Just like MAD, manifest a dream. Before you manifest a dream, you're going to manifest death. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you might as well take a dream, leave it behind, because most of us don't realize how short this experience really is, how limited it really is. And we get so caught up over dead presidents, things, objects, titles, ego, pride.
Real quick, Coach, not to cut you off, I want to ask you a question.
For sure.
How does health contribute to the idea of paradigm shifting?
Great question, bro. I think it is the ultimate paradigm shift. Changing your perspective on health would change your whole perspective on life. Again, like, you're only able to have this physical experience because of your intangible spiritual realm that wouldn't even exist without health too, because you can have an unhealthy spirit. So the paradigm shift for health is key, because if we could change our paradigm in our mind, we could change our reality. We could change our whole experience. Most of us are sick, you know what I'm saying, because of the thoughts. Most people are more unhealthy mentally than they are physically. And that's why their body is taking so much of a hit, because their mind is so toxic.
Coach, and what's beautiful, what was, first off, Ashe. That's part one. Part two, when we're dealing with something like health, and specifically mental health, it's like, we have this beautiful energy and all of this energy to put out to this world and these dreams and these goals. But a healthy mind is very important, because as you're transmitting information from the source or wherever you're getting it from the universe, your mind is what's transmitting it and transmuting it out into physical form. And in this case, as we have to do with the topic, health is wealth. Now we're gonna, like, just to kind of like tie in, because we were talking about how healthy lifestyle was bringing a wealthy lifestyle with goals and dreams, as you had just mentioned. Now, I want this question, and I just kind of want to get everybody's opinion. Maybe we can go down a list or whatever, whoever feels. But what is wealth to you? when you hear wealth, now we just got a wonderful explanation of health, but what would you say wealth is to you? Because when I look at wealth personally, I guess I'll go first, but like personally, I think of access, accessibility to the experience of life. Like wealth and access are almost like one and the same, and an abundance of this access.
The first word came to my mind was abundance, but mental, physical, and spiritual freedom is wealth to me. I can be, do, and have with my mind, body, and spirit at any given second, minute, or moment of this physical existence, whatever I deliberately choose because of my wealth.
Wow.
Powerful.
It has nothing to do with this. There's nothing to do with that. That comes to me easily, frequently, without me asking. I tell this dead motherfucker what to do for me. This is my slave. I'm the master. So this ain't wealth at all. I'm gonna show you how much it ain't wealth. So you can't do that with me. You can't do that with me. You can't tear me in half. This is so pointless that I can take a piece of put it back together, and it equals the same. So it's an illusion. It's not even real.
Right.
Tear all these motherfuckers up. Take them to the bank. They got no problem. They'll take them. So
Yo,
this can't be wealth.
a part of me is like, ooh, ooh, why you breaking? I'm like, ooh. but you know that comes from
I felt that.
Yeah, that comes from a mindset. So what you're doing, what I love here is that you're breaking paradigms. You're like you know, you're putting yourself and even others in uncomfortable situations for the sake of growth, showing them that beyond, you know, do not have this attachment to this, you know, to what they say wealth is not what it truly is. And I know, yeah, wealth is a universal construct. I know within the Islamic paradigm, it's an attribute of God, the source of wealth. So it is very holistic, and I love that you brought that approach. City Bliss, when you hear wealth, what do you think when you hear wealth, my brother?
The first word that came to mind was actually what you had said, accessibility, bro. Like that. Ultimately, that's what it is, being able to access whatever I want, whenever I want. And to tie into what Stay Mad said, like being able to do what I want at any given moment because I have everything necessary to do it, the tools necessary, the resources. So wealth is just an abundance of resources that give me access to whatever I want and desire.
Powerful.
Okay. Powerful. How about you, brother Blue, City Blue?
Yeah, yo. When I hear wealth, automatically I think health, because I know even what Stay Mad mentioned is basically that how we feel internally is what's going to reflect externally. So if I'm in a high vibrant state and I'm eating clean foods, I'm juicing, I'm making my nut and green smoothies, I'm doing my meditation, I'm doing my deep pranayama, I'm getting that fresh oxygen from the trees, giving back the carbon dioxide. You know, I'm incorporating all of these different methods, even the sea moss as well. And, you know, I'm incorporating all these different methods, and it's healing me physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You know, and then also that's just what I'm going to attract as far as whether it's settings, situations, scenarios, people, so on and so forth. Because what we think, feel, and speak sends waves to the universe, and it reverberates like a boomerang. So that's what we'll magnetize to and attract.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
wealth is all.
Nah, absolutely, brother. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
Nah, you're good.
Yeah. Also, I'm seeing as y'all are speaking is that when you make a statement like health is wealth, you're literally synchronizing both words as if they mean the same thing. That's when you say health is wealth. It is.
Right.
It is it.
It is. How loosely people use that statement, bro. You know, because most people who use that statement, they have sick mentalities and poor mindset. So you can't be healthy and wealthy with a sick mentality and a poor mindset. So they use that title, they use that statement very loosely, not even understanding the depth of health really is wealth.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you can't even be truly wealthy if your health isn't up to par either. It's like and vice versa.
You
So
can't.
City Rock, also I didn't want to skip you. We were asking basically with wealth, what is wealth to you? When you hear the word wealth, and and I guess after this conversation, what we've just heard, what really comes to mind now when you hear wealth?
So it's interesting. The first word that came to my mind was not access, options. Because the first thing that you said was access, and then in resources, Bliss said the same thing in terms of having resources, but I thought about having options. But that was the first thing. The second concept that came into my mind as State Mad Coach was speaking was actually living in tandem with universal law, right? Because you
Wow.
understand wealth is a circulation. And when I see wealthy, I see we or they, wealthy, we or they. So when I see we or they, it's that concept of options. I have options because I have I'm following it. I'm following the law of circulation. You know what I mean? I'm following that universal law, and that just goes to the health as well. The reason that you're healthy is because you're following the universal laws of quote unquote health in terms of how you treat your body. Really treating your body healthily is just following what the natural law is.
Absolutely. I just want that kind of rolls over to the next question too, as I was gonna ask to stay mad coach Mr. Marcelino Brown, if you there with us still.
I'm here.
Um we have a question here from one of our viewers, and they were basically asking, how can we better adapt healthier eating habits? So if we're somebody who is not necessarily into the healthy lifestyle in terms of food, and maybe we have the mindset that healthy food is nasty, or things like that of that nature, how would you help somebody who's kind of on the fence trying to figure out what to eat? How can we adapt healthier eating habits? Oh, he got the stars now. He pulled the rape out.
Man, but great question, man. To be honest with you, it starts with detoxification. It starts with making a decision consciously to be healthy. So for them to even make that question, it already solidifies that they're ready to make healthier decisions and become healthier overall. Now it's all a matter of them having the right resources and eliminating the things they know that they are addicted to that has no health benefits. So we got to eat for one reason, to nourish our bodies. Our bodies just want nourishment. It just wants the water, vitamins, minerals, and the nutrition from the things that we consume, not for our taste buds, not for our liking. It's more for the nourishment of our biology, our cells. You follow what I'm saying? So for the people who are asking that question, the best answer I can give is detoxification. Eliminating high inflammatory, acidic, processed GMO food-like products out of your daily lifestyle, and consuming high nutrient dense whole foods consistently with the right food timing, the right amount of sleep, stress at a bare minimum, and lots and lots and lots of water. You will recalibrate your central nervous system. You will recalibrate your taste buds. You will recalibrate your whole biological system just by taking out the toxicity and heavy dosages. As I worked with many clients who had stage 4 melanoma cancer, don't make any claims to say a true diagnosis to heal anyone, but they've had transformation out of this world from detoxing, from making a healthier decision mentally first, because health starts in your mind. You could be vegan, plant-based, you could be Buddha, you could be whatever you want, but if your mind is toxic, your body will be too. You follow what I'm saying? So they have to take the toxicity out of their minds, and then the body will gravitate to what they're thinking. Like, you know what? I don't want no more of the salted, chips or the sugary drinks, high fructose corn syrup. I don't want no more of the alcohol. I know it does me no good. I want to do good for myself. And then you start making better decisions from that thought process alone.
Wow.
I feel you on that.
That's correct.
You
I,
said
I actually I wanted go ahead, Bless. Go ahead, Bless.
no, finish it though, brother.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to just further elaborate on that and just say one can also reassess and re-educate what has been taught to them, even
Yep.
with the food pyramid. That
Yep.
could just be one reference. And furthermore, just doing the research. You have so many unlimited sources to choose from, whether it's books, whether it's online sources as far as what foods is acidic, what foods is alkaline. You can research Dr. Sebi. That's one of the holistic healers that everyone is familiar with. And just being aware of, like Stay Mad Coach actually mentioned with the high fructose corn syrup, like even reading the labels of the foods that you're consuming, that you're putting in your temple. The less ingredients, the better. If you got ingredients to where you can't even pronounce, you should not be touching it
at
at
all.
all. Yeah.
No, that because you don't know.
Dihydric phosphate, hypotensium, potassium, iron,
Glycerin,
nutrient.
glycerin,
that propylene glycol, that joint too. They put that in
monosodium
everything.
glutamate.
Propylene glycol. That sounds like a
Yeah, that maltodextrin, all that.
But
Yeah.
City Bliss, you
sound
had
like a
something you wanted
Pokemon.
to share?
Yeah, he had said something about, even like vegan or vegetarian, you can be all those things but still not be healthy because you're still putting in like a lot of processed foods, foods that, yeah, basically processed, you know. And I recently learned that a lot of cancer patients are actually like vegan and vegetarian. A high percentage of cancer victims, are vegan and vegetarian because of the stuff like high amounts of soy they're consuming or just like processed food.
I think it's
In order
it's
to incorporate.
interesting. Not to cut you off, Bliss.
Yeah, yeah, you're good, bro. I'm
Um,
finished.
I think it's interesting that Stay Mad Coach said detoxing because we have to really go through a process of unlearning. You have to
Yes.
realize that it's
Yes.
not that they like being unhealthy or like being acidic and toxic. It's that we grew up in an environment where we were taught that was okay. We were taught that having bacon and eggs at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. in the morning was okay. We were taught that we would go to school, we would have lunch, and they would just give us these pizzas and they would give us milk. So we're literally just it's all dairy, all bread, nothing nutritional within it. It sometimes even have no sauce in it. You could even throw some sauce in that joint. But anyway, it was like we grew up in these educational environments. So it's like, damn, I not only have to, I literally have to take out what I've grew up with for 20 plus years and put in this new paradigm. I think, Stay Mad, I want to ask you, it ties into what you feel about dreams. What did it take for you to make that decision to go into your more healthy lifestyle?
That's a great question.
For me?
Yes.
Oh, great question, man. The best thing about for me was it was embedded in me from birth. I was raised vegetarian from birth. So my built this into me and my sisters from the beginning of life. And I wound up having the other side and trying the different meats when my mom and dad separated. And my mom didn't take heed to it as much. And living in Washington, D.C., where there wasn't access to vegan or vegetarian options in the 90s, it was very, very, very minimal. Environment controls your genes. Your environment controls your biology more than genetics. And people don't understand like epigenetics and studying biology. So I said it to say the environment that you live in will affect you more than you know, to the point that because I lived in those places that didn't have access and lived in a house where my sisters and my mom was no longer vegetarian, I started to eat what they ate very selectively, but I ate boneless chicken from Popeyes, hamburgers from McDonald's, hot dogs. I can tell you every meat I had because it was that minimal. And I stuck with those same animals. I didn't go no further. I didn't have chicken on the bone. I have turkey. I have steak. I have ham. I have seafood. Never had it. And I'm 35 and never have it. So it was easy to make the decision to go deeper into holistic health because I was raised vegetarian from birth. And then again, I always like to show this scar was more of enough reason. You can see it because at the age of 4, they cut me open and gave me 150 stitches on my back, all the way under my arm, from consuming dairy as a child. So there's stories behind my passion for health and what it's done for me. Like I had a lot of health issues growing up. I had a blood deficiency. It was called G6PD. I walked around with a card that reminded me of the things I couldn't consume. Ironically, it was all healthy foods. But according to the modern medicine and what they teach you here is like, they told me not to have vitamin K and kale greens. It's like, what the fuck? These are all dense foods.
Wow.
And this is what I due to my blood deficiency that they said I had growing up as a kid, never really telling me the cause of these problems, just giving me the Band-Aid, the pill for the ill, you know, the whole drill. So,
Treatment.
yeah, I took it upon myself, and my sister's father died from a heart attack. My cousin died from obesity. My family struggles with health a lot. And recently, I haven't been presenting on social media the passion behind what I really would love to share in my story. And I'm glad that I'm even on this platform with you guys today, because it's reminding me I've been so engulfed in my life and manifesting. I've been manifesting drastic changes and manifestations from people, places, and things, and just personal growth, self-development, super consciousness. I've been nose deep into Gaia every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different Gaia video every fucking moment on my TV. So I know I went in a full circle with it, but that's how I started, bro. I was privileged. I see it as a privilege. I'm honored that my dad instilled these qualities into me at a young age, and I decided to make a whole living out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be able to say, I paid my rent, my car note, my car insurance, my store rent, everything else in my life because of health. Literally. Nothing
That's
else.
beautiful.
Wow.
For it all with health. I was like, so you can't tell me health ain't wealth. I'm living fucking. You know,
Word, you're a living testimony. Real talk. That's real.
One thing too is that what I'm realizing is that the person that takes care of their health is somebody who's vibrating on a level of gratitude.
Facts. 1,000.
Gratitude, and the biggest way,
Higher
one of the
vibration.
best ways to show that you're grateful is to give and to maintain. And I see that with you all the time, Stay Mad Coach. You're always maintaining yourself. You look great as usual, but at the same time, you're always giving. The way we met, I think you gave me a whole that's a whole nother conversation. But we ended up starting a whole company together, CMOS company, brand together. You know, through your specific guidance. So I think that even recently, before we came and we talked about what episode we were going to talk about, I think a day or two before then, I spoke to you on the phone, and then I got to the table, and it was in my subconscious. I said, maybe we should make something about health. And it's coming back to me now that I see you here. I'm like, wow, health was on my mind just because I spoke to the brother for 10 minutes.
Yeah, bro. Mention something, I mean,
the rest of the world.
Yeah, bro. You said, like, my motto was interesting how you said, like, giving brings that gratitude and brings this. That's been my motto, bro. I'm big on quotes, acronyms, and affirmations. I wrote a quote a minute ago, said, if I'm not giving, I'm not living. The only way for me to live is for me to give. I was given life. Life was given to me. It gave experience, so I got to give it back. I'm only borrowing it right now anyway with this avatar. You know, so, like, I can't live without giving. Look at the words. Give. Only one letter change.
Right.
Hell.
One letter.
I give the way I live, and that's how I live. It's the way I give. I just constantly just pour my heart out everywhere I go because it's just so abundant. I've been in places where I felt like all I could do was give. And even if I had nothing, I still had that love to give. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing, because even when you say give, I think about God lives.
Word, that's 528 hertz. Christ consciousness.
God lives. That's give.
Yeah, that's fire. And there's also so even on a physical level, on a spiritual level, because manifestation is very spiritual, mental, and physical. It's all three of those things. And when we look at it on a spiritual level, you're speaking about those things that inhabit, the soul, the spirit that inhabits the body, and all of these things, like, they're all connected. Spiritual, physical, and mental's all connected. If you do something messed up in the spiritual realm, it's gonna be trickle down messed up in your mind and messed up in the actual physical realm. So I would say that even when you're looking at health from a spiritual level, you want to make sure that one thing is that you're not engaging with souls that do not perpetuate health and wealth. Like people with souls in their body that do not perpetuate this higher level of experience, that we do not engage in them, whether it could be sexual, whether it be, just even in physical physical contact with, and also the things that we watch, because the actions and the
Yes.
deeds that we do eventually get imprinted upon our souls, on our
Right.
spirits, on our spiritual record. So
Right.
from a spiritual level, basically meaning that which is unseen but still exists. You know what I mean? Like a mental
Correct.
level and a spiritual level. I mean, and a physical level. I think that all of them are fundamental. You know, for
Mhm.
It is,
sure.
bro.
Indeed.
Yes, bro. And that's powerful, bro. Y'all guys got an amazing. I sit back, I watch everything. I'm just now being introduced to you, Blue, and look forward to staying connected. You follow what I'm saying? And
Yeah. Yes, indeed, King. Yes,
bro,
peace.
I love to stay in this type of realm with the people that you guys are and the energy that y'all carry, man. Bliss, King Raw, all you, man. Emerald Blue, all y'all got something significant. And I know because I share it with you. There's no such thing as chance, coincidence, or accidents in the world ruled by law and divine order. And we're here right now for something bigger than we know. You follow me?
Fact.
I take a lot of pride and a lot of gratitude in just this moment and having the like minds that I have just in this moment, because this is how I spend 99% of my time by myself.
Mm.
And it's selective. It's selective. It's like I'm very particular with what energies I even allow to be within 100 feet radius with me and exchange energy with them, because I know how
Fact.
right?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Now
I will
that
pay money to be
I
around
think
y'all.
it's I think it's
I will,
interesting because it's like, you know, when you think about health, you think about love for self. The only reason that you are being healthy is because you are not only loving yourself, you're loving your future self. I'm being disciplined so that a future concept of me can have those benefits. And then it's also a love for self on a spiritual realm, because when you understand that self is only a reflection of the universe, you realize that love for self is the love for the universe. And so that's where the giving comes in too, because you're giving back to yourself through that love for self, tying, of course, back into that gratitude.
You know, to
that's
tie
powerful.
that all together too, the giving and receiving, it's like what City M was saying about being around souls that, you know, that aren't on that higher vibrational frequency. They're more so in the vibration of taking, you know.
Taking.
You're always around them and you're vibrating so highly, they're just draining you,
consuming.
Succubus.
and it's not being reciprocated, and you know that's not beneficial for either of you, you know. So I just, yeah.
I think it's interesting because it's like taking is not even receiving.
Nope. Nope.
You
That's a
know,
good point. Not.
taking is grabbing as is receiving is holding your hand open and pulling
And it's
in. You
being
know,
given to you, yeah, naturally and organically.
it's receiving. It has permission attached to it.
Right.
Taking is more like it doesn't matter whether permission is there or not. Taking
Exactly.
like, so you know, it's and I guess we can kind of like end it out with this too. Or you know, if anybody has anything to add on, but like
I do, once you're
the
done.
yes, please. so love, you know, I think we said this on one of the other episodes of the podcast, but you know, the difference between love and lust. The love is to give and to continue to give, you know, but lust is wanting to take and to take, continue to take. It wants to just take more,
Mhm.
you know. So there's the difference there. I think that when we're dealing with health, when we're dealing with wealth, that we all know that giving will always be a fundamental part of this chapter, and gratitude will always be a fundamental part of this chapter when it comes to manifesting wealth, with manifesting your goals and manifesting your dreams.
That's a fact, bro. I just want to say, guys, man, like sincerely, bro, like I got a real deep love for every last one of y'all, individually and collectively, man. And just look forward to
Like,
anything I can do,
Thanks.
distance and bringing it to the forefront. I would love to know what it is, bro, because I can't fulfill my dream without helping others with their destiny. You know, like that's been my biggest dream. And I feel so honored that I can sit right here and I can go lay on my couch. I can go lay in my bedroom. I was just homeless a month before this. I was sleeping on somebody else's couch, running a business. I didn't have keys to a door. I didn't have keys to a car. I didn't need it. I didn't feel like I even wanted it at that time. And it's now like in the blink of an eye, bro, I literally manifested something that I don't even feel it's mine. I feel like it's ours. That's why I love sharing it. I realize how big it is to say, like, this ain't about me, it's about we. You know, it's like, what can we do together to make a bigger impact on the world? And it takes people like us. It's like, it's so crazy to think that we separate ourselves from others and we're all one and we're unified. But the reality is the mindsets are separate. The thought process is separate, you know, and we got to call that what it is and respect that, not neglect it, not segregate or put into different categories, but keep energy protected. You have to do what's needed because, like you said, having someone that close to you is very toxic. Watching, like porn, for example. I stopped watching porn almost 2 years ago. And when I hear people's addiction to it, it reminds me how much growth I've had in such a short time. Because I was addicted to it for years, all my life. You know what I'm saying? And now I don't even know what it's like to search a fucking porn video. And that feels so amazing just saying it, bro. I'm so thankful, Marcileno, that you've really come to that point where you've broke another habit that was taken away from your overall well-being. You follow what I'm saying? And I want to help more people with those habits and other habits that I know they can need help with. I don't got them all down pat, but there's certain ones that I've worked on a lot, and I'm honored to say I've eliminated. And it's because men like yourself and groups like this, you know, that's a part of health. I know it's way off topic, but like the addiction side and look that our mind comes from bad habits is definitely going to take away from good health. Bad habits fuck up good health. Point blank. So the healthier.
I think it's interesting because the food that you eat actually changes the literal neurochemicals in your brain. So it's like, okay, if I'm eating, let's say I'm eating this toxic food, it's changing the neurochemicals in my brain. And because of these neurochemicals in my brain, I'm enacting these bad habits.
And then attracting
more of that. And then attracting the same people who eat the same thing that you eat, and act the same way that you act, and put out the same energy that you put out because that's what you're taking in. Yo,
we got
to mirror. That's it. That's their mirror.
Yeah, because we're never just what we eat. They say you are what you eat. No, you are what you eat, think, and drink. Because these are things that make you up of who you are. So health can't just be what you eat. It can't just be what you do with your physical body. It's what you put in it. It's how you process things that happen unwantedly. Do you react emotionally or do you respond mentally? Do you have a proactive mentality, think a solution before the problem occurs, or reactive mentality, waiting for a problem to come to react to it? So all those play a big part on healthy mental habits. That's why I like teaching people. I'm not a physical health coach. I'm not a personal trainer. You know, I'm a stay mad coach. I teach you how to manifest a fucking dream with your health. Get what I'm saying? It's a big difference. And I love showing people that you can come from wherever you come from. It's not where you come from, it's where you are with yourself right now. Because where you come from don't even exist anymore. It's all about now. In the future, it's considered now. Later on, it's considered now. Yesterday was considered now. So all the other words to identify, it just eliminates from the power of now. Yes, you have to plan for later. But what are you planning for? You're planning for a time that will be considered now. When that time comes, it's going to be now. Manifest
what you do right now. That's gonna change.
Yes, you're planning for another now. If you're a millionaire, it's right now. It's not even true say.
It's planning from the now to the now.
If you're healthy mentally, you're healthy physically. Most people who have unhealthy bodies right now, guarantee got unhealthy minds.
Wow.
Right,
it makes sense.
Damn, he said if you're unhealthy physically, you're unhealthy mentally. Vice versa.
It's crazy that he says that because the way that we think about health. I actually had somebody who was in the millionaire percentile who seen me and he was like, "Yo, man, I wish I had your body." And I was looking at him. I was like, "Bro, you're in a millionaire percentile, and you're talking about you wish you had my physique." That was really what shifted my perception, as well as what health and what fitness means in terms of your manifestation.
Yeah, bro, it's a lot. So, that's why when we become walking testimonials of our health, our wealth, goals, and dreams, and what that means to us individually, we would be who he was to you and everything else that he's not to himself.
Wow.
All of that holistically in you, Brother Ra, Blue, Bliss, Emerald, they gonna see that in us because we're holistic and we're here to give it all. We leave nothing on the table.
Bro. This
Full
bro.
self.
Look. Yes.
Alright.
That's exactly. Health is wealth. You already know. Yes.
That's wealth
Yes.
right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, listen, I appreciate y'all, man. And we you know us, we could tap in even longer. You know what I mean? But I do just for the sake of time, wanna close this out.
Sure.
And if we have any finishing remarks, you know what I mean, maybe Marcileno Brown as well, you can just let us know where we can find you and so on. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Coach on Instagram, STAYMADCOACH. Stay Mad Coach on Instagram be the best place. And if you want to get what we got going on, you got to go to madmoss.com. That's how you're going to manifest a dream, making the decision first with your health. Everything else follows, man. But I appreciate this night with y'all in this moment, man. I look forward to many more.
Oh,
Likewise,
always.
King. Appreciate your humbleness, your vulnerability, your love, your truthfulness.
Thank you, King. Sure,
It's
man.
definitely warranted.
Yeah,
Yes, give
you, bro,
thanks.
on Instagram so we can connect, bro, and exchange numbers and keep building.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. I'll send it over. And you know, so coach, you mind staying with us as we play it out, as we play the
Do y'all,
video out.
do y'all think I'm vibing out with y'all?
All right, brother. So thank y'all everybody for tuning into City Sultan. Make sure that you like and that you subscribe. You know, we appreciate all of you. Keep asking your questions, keep tuning in with us. And you know, we hope to see you next week. You already know. City salute.
Indeed, city salute.
City salute.
City salute. Make sure you share it too.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This has been
City
another
salute.
episode of City Sultan Podcast. I'm City Bliss.
I'm City M, aka Emerald Stone.
I am City Blue Lotus, 333's emphasis on the threes, eternally.
Mm.
I hear City Ra, aka King Ra. Bless, love. Thank you guys for tuning in.
That's love, man.